Alright, so, as I said before, I was going to be doing the more retarded pedos that were caught. We've already done John Wayne, Jerry Wayne, Martin Kosis, I mean. Wow. And we did both of the Rat Boy, Michael Siebert. Ips. Now it's time for the king of the retards, Dustin McPhetridge. Before we get started, I do want to give this disclaimer, I guess, and say that this video is made to be goofy. I'm just some guy hanging out in my living room, on my couch, making fun of pedos who are trying to violate a child. I don't think anybody should have a problem with somebody making fun of somebody that's as vile as that. If you do have a problem with that, then there's a problem with you, and maybe you should seek help in some way, because that means you're for the pedo, and yeah, that's not the position that you want to be in. Yes, I just want to give this disclaimer because I get a lot of comments saying, I don't know, I'm a moron and blah blah blah. So many people just missing the point on what my videos are for. If you're looking for something serious, this ain't it, okay? I'm here to just have a good time and make fun of these fucking idiots. So if you want to listen to something a little more serious, a little more analytical, well, this ain't your channel, okay? Go find, like, what is it, EWC or whatever that channel is, or, you know, somebody that is a psychologist by trade and they're just using their job to psychoanalyze these guys. That's not me. I'm just some guy fucking around. Alright? So, hopefully, if you're still here, you understand what you're in for, and you're not going to be a little bitch. So let's get it. So anyways, back to my introductory statements about saying retard and stuff. I'm not really one to make fun of people that have mental difficulties. I understand that it's not their fault. That's how they're born. And I'm actually usually one to be ready to stick up for somebody. I saw some guy the other day. I was at the movies, and I don't know what he was with. It must have been his mom or something, but, you know, he clearly had something wrong with him. He was also smaller in size, and, you know, there was some douchebags around, and I was like, if they, you know, start snickering amongst each other, making fun of this kid, I'll stick up for him. So, you know, normally, that's how I feel. You can't help it that you're born different, but when you're a fucking piece of shit like these assholes, Jerry Wayne, Martin Kosis, this douchebag, and Ratman, that's different. You brought that on yourself. So you know what? Fuck you. You don't get the sympathy anymore. You don't get the warm heart and stuff anymore. You get shit on. So yeah, and this piece of shit right here is probably the biggest shitbag out of all of them, because he uses his disability as a crutch. First off, let's back up about his disability as well. I don't think he's really mental. He's more physical. He has cerebral palsy. You know, the other two, Jerry Wayne, Martin Kosis, clearly he's severely mental. Ratman, he's mental as well, but he's self-imposed. And this fucker, I mean, he does seem like he's a little goofy mentally, but it ain't as bad as the other ones. You know, the other ones, their IQ is probably in the 60s. At least this fucker probably at least hits almost 80. Close to it, maybe 77. So he's a little smarter. But he's more physical. That's his problem. And he shouldn't even try to use that as a crutch, because there's people who have disabilities and they can make plenty well of their own lives. Like Josh Blue, that comedian. You know, he's got cerebral palsy. He made a whole stand-up career, and he's pretty funny and pretty good. I know comedy's a talent. Not everybody can just be funny. But still, I'm just saying, you don't make excuses for yourself like this douchebag tries to do. Yeah, and also, he's a huge piece of shit because he's done this before. This ain't his first time. This is his first time getting busted like this. The last time, I guess it was just with the family. And then, of course, he used his, well, I have my disabilities, and, like, kind of weaseled his way out. And it's like, oh, you little shit. So, yeah. Luckily, this time around, he couldn't do that. He got busted by Chris, arrested by the police, and the judge was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. So, yeah, anyways. I guess that's all I really got for an intro. Let's get into it.
That's him coming at you.
Yep, I see him.
He would have a cane. He has cerebral palsy.
No, you come in.
Oh, look, PT Cruiser. Man, that's the second one now. The first PT Cruiser, oddly enough, was by another retard. It was Michael Siebert. What's up with retards in the PT Cruisers? Actually, this one isn't even Dustin's. Isn't this his mom's? That's my mom's. Because when he gets arrested, isn't he trying to, like, can you make sure my mom gets her car back? As far as Siebert, I don't even know how Siebert can drive. Jeez, this guy doesn't even know how to speak. Well, then again, a lot of fucking idiots don't know how to speak, but they can probably drive. Kamala Harris, all she is word salad. She probably drives. Just seems weird, though, when you don't have a fully functioning brain, but they allow you behind the wheel of a car. But, yeah, PT Cruisers are goofy. I remember when they came out, they were... I don't know, I feel like they were semi-popular, and I never understood the allure. They're not a sexy car. They weren't then, they aren't now. It's not like you look at it now and you're like, you know what, that's kind of cool as a vintage thing. No, it's just goofy. Like, I don't even know what it was trying to be. It's not a car, it's not really a SUV, it's not a station wagon, it's not really a hatchback. It's its own weird, hybrid, confused mess of just, ugh. I mean, it didn't even last long. How many generations did it have? 2? 3? By generations, I mean years. Like, came out in, like, 4? And then you didn't see him anymore after, like, 2008, 7. Too bad it's dark and you can't really see the colors. I wonder what color these are. Because the PT Cruisers in my area, there was a purple one. And it was, like, this big fat lady who was, well, like a Karen. And then there's a blue one. And the lady that's the blue one still drives her blue one. And she's also kind of a bulky woman as well. It's funny. I guess it's retards and bulky women that drive these.
He drove up as close as he could to the door so he didn't have to walk as far because he has the cane.
No,
I told him to come on inside and he finally agreed.
Meet Dustin McPhetridge. He's 26 years old, divorced, suffers from cerebral palsy, and collects Social Security benefits. He's driven...
Makes me think of those Dark Knight Rises when Bruce Wayne's trying to get out of his car, and then they're making fun of, oh, look at this rich stiff, can't get out of his car. Oh, wait, that's Bruce Wayne! Only Bruce Wayne's cool and goes after women his own age, or younger, but not this young, maybe in their 20s. But yeah, this fucker taking 15 minutes just to get out. I'm gonna go get some pussy. I don't even know how he plans on doing this. How does he plan on fucking a bitch? I guess he plans on just laying there and letting her ride him. I mean, how's he gonna do? He can't even get out of the car. Then he's got his stick, his cane poking around, looks like a blind person thing. Anyways, as Chris said though, he says he's got his he's on Social Security benefits. It's like, ugh. I know that's annoying to me. So that's gotta piss Chris off as well. Like, this fucking piece of shit doesn't work. Again, using his disability as a crutch, which is stupid. I knew a guy that was very mentally disabled when I was a kid. He worked at Walmart, and he was the door greeter. He could get a job, and so why can't you fuckhead? He was mentally and physically disabled, and he had a job. What's your excuse? I got cerebral palsy. Yeah, and? But yeah, so, I'm on state. Oh, so the taxpayer money. That's cool. Fucking sack of shit. So then you can just sit at home and try to violate kids. That's cool. Douchebag. Look, there's Laura over there. Oh my god, there's Laura. Hey, Laura. Oh god, that's Kayla.
5 hours to have sex with a girl posing as a 13-year-old. As you'll find out, this isn't his first time chatting inappropriately with a minor.
Shit.
Our decoy Casey starts to...
First off, he drove 5 hours? What the fuck? Jeez, this guy is determined. 5 hours is ridiculous. Just to get some underage pussy? What the fuck's the matter with you, Dustin? He must have really thought that if I'm far away from home, then I can't get busted for this shit. It's probably like over state lines and stuff too. It's nowhere near where I live. I mean, he's, what's his name? Wrestling Dude Tennessee or something like that. So he's from Tennessee, and this was Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yeah, so it is over state lines. It's over state lines, bitch. And, what else did they say? I don't know, I'm pausing it too much.
Feels sorry for him as she watches him struggle to get out of the car. But then she remembers what he'd been saying online.
When you listen to him talking, he really is no different. He still is wanting to have sex with a little girl.
Using the screen name Wrestling Dude East Tennessee, he asks the girl if he could be her first at sex.
What have you done with a guy?
Nothing.
Wow. So I'd be your first at everything?
Yeah.
After he...
That ain't how I sound. I don't like that voice actor. He make me sound like I'm intelligent and manly. But I actually got this little pussy voice and I kind of go a little slow. Not like this. I don't talk like this at all. My name is Dustin McPhetridge. Just kidding. My name's Dustin, motherfucker. Also, I've read some chat logs, and I've listened to some chat logs back in the day, too, when YouTube wasn't as much of a bitch as it is nowadays, and for some reason supporting pedos like they like to do. And I've never heard or read Dustin's, but I hear he's huge into, like, anal, which makes it even weirder. You're at this guy that can't even function properly. His body's like, man, fuck you, we shouldn't be here. And he's like, I'm gonna force you to walk into that building. But he wants to try to slip his dick in an ass? I mean, I made the joke before, oh, maybe he's just going to lay there and let her do all the work. Well, how the fuck is she going to do all the work with it in her ass? I mean, I guess she could, but I feel like it's harder than slipping it in the taco. You know, he'd have to be doing that. Hold on, bitch, bend over so I can put this little pipe in there. So I can put this metal straw up in your ass. Yeah, he also wanted to shave her, which is freaking weird. Who has a fetish of shaving? Oh my god, I'm really into shaving bitches' pussies. That gets me rock solid. That makes me walk properly. My muscles just forget I have cerebral palsy when I'm shaving a pussy. Like, who has that fetish? It's such a weird, specific fetish. And, like, imagine him trying to shave you, though. Jeez, like, someone shaving you in the first place, especially down there, is kind of scary. Like, be careful, don't nick anything. Imagine somebody who can't even fucking control himself properly. His hands just flying all over the place with the razor. Am I getting it? He's got, like, a regular straight razor after trying. Let me get it closer. Oopsies, took off the first 2 layers of your taco skin. Like, goddamn, boy.
Tells the decoy about his disability, he moves on to talking about anal and oral sex. He asks if he can shave her private parts and later makes a rather bizarre request.
Send me a pair of your panties. Pick a pair you want me to have and wear them for 2 or 3 days straight.
For reals?
That's what I wanted to say, and I forgot. He's got some weird fetish, too, with panties. I want some real stinky-ass panties, bitch. Don't take a shower, shit a lot, and don't wipe. Make sure that pussy's sweaty. and then send them to me.
Yeah. He also asks her if he can have a 3-way with the decoy and her sister, and he repeatedly asks the girl to marry him. When they make a plan to meet, he tells her he'll bring an electric razor. KBI Commissioner David James watches.
I mean, I keep saying I don't understand how he's supposed to fuck anybody, never mind a kid, just anybody in general. How the fuck's he planning on doing a 3-way? Bro, that's hard probably for some guys who are normal. How the fuck's your busted ass supposed to do that? Oh shit, I wish I could finger you, but my hand keeps going way over to the wrong side. Like, what? I guess he wants to have one bitch riding him, and then he's gonna, like, have the other one sit on his face or something? That's really the only way he could do this. Look at Dokes in the middle right here. Surprise, motherfucker.
On a monitor as McPhetridge comes into the house.
You first look at him and you see him, and you could say that I felt a little bit sorry for him. A little bit. And then you remember why we're here. You know, whether he has cerebral palsy or not, he still was there to molest a child.
That's pretty cool, right?
Damn, Dokes calmed down a lot. I guess when, with the fake murder attempt by Lila, I guess he survived it, and then he's like, I need to calm down. Need to stop being so aggressive, stop swearing so much, just be a calm guy and wear pink shirts.
There's no excuse for molesting a child. I don't care what it is.
So what's up? Nothing?
You know what's up? I wanna fuck
Did you bring the razors?
Yeah,
So what did you want to do with them? I was kind of confused.
I'll show you later.
Can you just tell me, please? I won't come here if you don't tell me.
I thought you was wanting to be shaved down there.
I mean, I suppose his response in general is funny to begin with. I thought you wanted to be shaved down there. But it would have been funnier if I always think it would be more funny if these guys were just blunt, you know? Like, she's like, so what did you want to do with them? I wanted to shave your pussy. I hope you let that shit grow out so it's a little jungle and I got a lot of work to do. Not to keep it kind of coy. I thought you wanted to be shaved, bitch. Now you changing your mind? Just like sometimes when they talk to Chris, I always think it'd be funny if they were just blunt. I think the only one that was kind of blunt was Cody Green when he says, do you want my thang in your mouth? What did you mean by that? And then Cody's like, man, I mean, do you want to have my dick in your mouth? Like, I think that's the only time that a pedo's been, like, blunt with them, and it's kind of funny. And it's funny because, well, one, just the bluntness of talking to some random-ass guy that, you know, you think you're going to be there alone with a kid, and here's some man coming to interview you. But it's also funny because when Cody did that, even Chris was, like, taken aback. Like, he didn't know how to respond. He wasn't expecting Cody to just straight up say what that meant. He was expecting the usual runaround. Man, you know, like, my thing, but where my pee comes out, I was thinking about putting it in the bitch's mouth.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's what you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Nah, bro, that ain't what she wanted. She don't want no motherfucker with an unsteady hand shaving her taco. That's what you wanted to do. Trying to blame it on her already. And, you know, I'm looking at this whole table situation over here. First off, what is right next to him on that end table? They got like a checkerboard or something right there, a chessboard? And then I'm looking at that little futon thing down there on the floor. What is that? I'd say it's like a footrest, but one, why is it way over there? And two, that's a recliner, isn't it? So you wouldn't really have a footrest in the way of your recliner, so what the F is that? And then I'm also looking at this setup, and it's like, what is this? It's like a living room, but where's the TV? And these chairs are just weird. They're just two chairs. This almost almost reminds me of like a set for Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis. You know, he's got the chairs, some random ferns, and then, like, you know, it's just a set. And that's what this looks like. You had two random chairs that just look right at each other, two end tables on each side of the chairs, and such a random layout. I always feel like it must be kind of obvious that something's suspicious, but the pedos are always so dumb, and they think, yeah, this seems normal. Oh, God, Kayla, your house looks so normal and so normal.
I'm kind of nervous. I'd rather, like, talk about it first so I kind of know. You know what I mean?
What do you want to talk about, sweetie?
I can't blame Dustin for being confused there. She's like, I want to talk about things first before we just do it, you know? And Dustin's thinking, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? We've been texting each other for a month. I've been talking about how I want to put my dick in your ass. I want to shave that pussy. I want to eat that shit out. I was hoping to be able to fuck your sister, too. And now all of a sudden you want to talk about what we want to do? Like, what you talking about, bitch? You already know. You know what I'm here for. Why are you being stupid?
Well, like, tell me what you're going to do so I'm, like, kind of prepared.
It's just easier to explain it as we go along before I do it.
Well, like, what would you do first?
I don't know. I'd like to hold you.
And then what?
And kiss you. That's why I was asking you to come over here.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but...
Yeah, I won't force you to do anything, sweetheart.
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Well, I wasn't going to do nothing.
You weren't going to...
It's so retarded. Well, I didn't mean that literally, but it does work literally. But yeah, he just got done saying, well, I want to hold you and kiss you, and I want to shave your pussy. And then all of a sudden Chris comes like, I wasn't going to do anything. Bitch, you just said 3 things you were going to do literally seconds before Chris walked in. Now all of a sudden you ain't going to do anything? Alright. I mean, maybe you would have a hard time doing it because of your physical limitations, but you definitely were going to do something. You just admitted to 3 things. Moron. You know, I always find it funny, too, when the pedos are talking to a decoy because... like in person, not over the phone. I mean, it's probably funnier over the phone and stuff. But like Dustin's here talking to whatever her name is. I mean, for him it's Laura, but what's her real name? I forgot. But anyways, you know, she's actually of age. She's 18, 19 years old here. And Dustin thinks she's, 13 or something? And it's just funny because, like, he's hitting on her. And the scenario is that it's inappropriate because she's supposed to be a minor. But in real life, it's actually acceptable. She's considered an adult. Yeah, maybe just barely, because if she's 18, you know, she's just barely an adult, but still. And it's just funny. It's also kind of funny because it's like you got these pedals like hitting on the decoy, and she's supposed to go along with it When in reality, she ain't interested. She's just doing a job. But she's got to pretend. Oh, yeah, I do want to fuck you. I'm just nervous. Oh, don't worry about that.
Do anything?
No.
Why don't you tell me what your plan was tonight? Huh?
I didn't bring nothing with me. I didn't do nothing bad.
You know, he's got that big-ass Bluetooth thing over there. Or at least I think it's Bluetooth. But always when I see this, and he's got that on, I'm thinking, who in the hell does he think he needs to be calling him? You know what I mean? Who does he think... He's definitely not that important that he needs to have calls all the time and have this big-ass Bluetooth thing with him. I mean, this was also 2005? Like, cell phones weren't as big as they are nowadays. So, like, you definitely weren't getting calls, boy. I don't get it. Unless it's not a Bluetooth thing. I always just thought it was, but maybe it's like some weird hearing aid or something. I don't know. But otherwise... What? And then, especially when you're, like, here to fuck this kid, why wouldn't you just take that off and leave it in your car? That's weird, too. I need to make sure I can get all my calls that I might get at 11 at night for some random-ass motherfucker.
And I would never force nobody to do anything against their will, sir.
But you did.
I mean, I don't think you really could. You took 45 minutes to get out of your car once you got here. It takes a light breeze and you're knocked over. You know, all somebody's got to do that you're trying to molest is, like, run past you and you're on the floor, so...
You did bring some things with you tonight.
I brought a razor.
A razor. And what were you going to do with the razor?
I thought she wanted to be shaved down there, and I thought she said she was 17 or something.
Well, I've got the transcript right here.
I believe that, sir.
Right.
He was told...
Two things. One... He actually gives the same exact story to Chris that he gave to her, and he actually said it faster with her. He says, I thought she wanted to be shaved down there. But with Chris, I thought she wanted to be shaved down there. And then he goes on to say, I thought she was 17. But, yeah, we know you didn't think that because the very first thing you said was, I wasn't going to do nothing with her. Now, I don't know what the age of consent is and all that in where are they? Kentucky? I don't know what it is there. But most places, it's 16. So, it very well could be 16, which if that was the case, I don't think your first reaction would be, I wasn't gonna do nothing. You only said that because you knew that, uh-oh, she's 13, this is looking bad for me.
Online, she was 13, and even referred to her young age several times, wishing she was 5 years older. And as for all the explicit sex talk...
I was trying to see if I could find out if that was a cop or... So I didn't waste those.
Well, it sounds like what you're trying to see is if you could score with a 13-year-old girl.
No, sir.
I mean, have you chatted online with underage girls before?
Quite honestly, I had one time before.
A young girl?
Yeah.
He says he was chatting with a 14-year-old girl, and the girl's mother's boyfriend was a cop who found out about it and wanted to press charges.
It never went to trial. I apologized and everybody.
Did you plead guilty or no contest?
We didn't go to court. It was just over the phone and like, hey, I'm sorry. This is why I said that.
Was it a scary situation to you?
Yeah.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yeah.
What? Okay, so, like I said, I knew he just got away with it last time. I didn't know it was just over the phone. So, like, the dad just called and talked to me. What are you doing talking to my daughter? Like, the guy's a cop, and he didn't even do anything? This doesn't even make any sense. The guy was a cop? Never mind talking on the phone. He doesn't even have to go over to beat the shit out of him. All you have to do is go over and arrest him. Hey, fucker. So you've been talking to my daughter, who's 14, and you're, what, 25, 26, something like that? All right, you can come with me down to the station. Boom, bam, done. Like, huh? How did he get away with it with a cop? Ugh. Ridiculous. And then Chris says, did you learn your lesson? Obviously not, Chris. This piece of shit's here doing it again. And going after younger. It's not like he went 15. It's starting to get him a little older. He went 13. Well, I kind of got away with 14. Time to go lower. No, he didn't learn a damn lesson. And if I'm not mistaken, even after this, when he got out, he's back at it again. I think. I don't know. I have to double check that. But I think he's been busted again more recently for this. So he still didn't learn a lesson. Even after being busted and put on TV.
But it doesn't seem so tonight.
And I didn't, like I said, I wouldn't do nothing bad.
You say, I want to make love to you. Have you ever seen people have sex?
It's just
Then
curiosity.
you send her a picture of people having sex.
I thought she had.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Chris is saying, you have all this sex talk, and he says, I'm just trying to see if she's a cop. What kind of retarded ass response is that? Like, yeah, that's what I usually do. I'm like, is this person that I'm talking to secretly a cop? I should start doing the most incriminating thing I can think of just to see, because, I definitely want to end up getting arrested. Like, what? No, you didn't think she was a cop at all, stupid ass. You thought she was 13, just like that 14 you talked to for real. And, yeah, you were trying to, pull your shot. And you failed this time. You got busted.
Asked for it.
She asked for it. She didn't ask for it. You sent it to her. And even if she did, you're not supposed to be sending stuff like that to somebody who says they're 13.
But instead of taking responsibility, he tries to blame it all on the decoy.
She was wanting me to come up here and see her so bad, and I didn't want to disappoint her.
You're a grown man.
I know.
What do you think should happen to you?
Don't know. I don't.
Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teens online for sex.
Oh shit, are we making a porno now? I didn't want to sign up for gay porn with you, but that's alright. What's the pay? I don't mind, I guess. I'm into anal, so it makes no difference if it's man or woman. Ass is ass.
It's all wrong in my part, but she led me on a little too, and I understand both ways.
She's not driving the train here. You're the grown-up.
I know.
You get that, right?
It's always goofy when Chris says you're the grown-up. Grown-up is what you say to kids. I'm the grown-up, you're the kid. I know that in comparison to Chris, Dustin's much younger. Chris is in his mid-40s here, and Dustin's late 20s or something like that, 27, 28, I think. But still, that's way past grown-up age. Grown-up is 12 and under, you say that too. I'm the grown-up, then after that it turns into adult. Grown-up is so goofy when he says that. It's I don't know, maybe he's just doing a passive-aggressive dig at them, piece of shit, I'm gonna treat you like a kid, grown-up.
Yeah, that's stupid on my part.
As he heads for the door, Dustin doesn't seem to know that officers from the
Well, I'm just gonna run the fuck out of here as fast as I can.
Warren County Sheriff's Office are waiting to arrest him.
Dustin, just take a step out, okay? Take a step out.
Okay. Okay.
Oh shit.
Because of his disability, officers are careful taking him into custody.
I thought they said I wasn't under arrest. I wouldn't hurt nobody.
While he's being booked, his car is searched.
Braun electric razor, some KY lubricant.
That's for that ass play that I wanted, motherfucker.
And a digital camera as well.
Then he's brought in for questioning, where he admits to bringing a razor and lubricant.
What were you going to use it for?
I guess.
Was it in case you had sex with her?
Yeah, but I was going to try not to.
But you would have had sex if you hit it.
I was going to try not to as long as my dick didn't get hard. I mean, my body doesn't work, so I don't know when that motherfucker going to stand up. Sometimes I down a whole bottle of Viagra and nothing happened. It's still sleepy, and I'm like, okay, well, guess I'll just go to bed too. And the next thing you know, my legs are all stiff, and I'm almost back to normal, and I'm like, well, at least I worked somewhere.
Off with her.
If we got along and I thought it was a meaningful relationship, honestly, then yeah.
Again, he says he's not the only one to blame. The girl teased him into coming.
She called me today, wanting me to come up here.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were telling.
Dustin's so dumb. He's in the middle of being interrogated, talking to the cop, and he just openly admits that, yeah, I'd fuck her if I thought it would be meaningful. Bro, do you not realize your situation right now? You're in the police station, being interviewed by a cop, and you just incriminate yourself. This is why they say don't talk to the cops, get a lawyer. Because you'd say that dumb shit to the lawyer, and the lawyer would be like, whoa, hold on, no. You shouldn't have told me that, but, stupid ass.
You were her boyfriend, right? You wanted to marry her.
After she's 18,
Okay.
if we got
I mean, can we treat this like Iran or whatever country that is where they're marrying 9-year-olds? That would speed things up a lot. Plus, if they can do it when they're 9, she's 13, that's 4 years right there. I'm way over the limit there. Fuck this country.
long,
And how does he explain the picture he sent?
because she said she'd never seen a penis before.
Why does a girl that age have to see one?
I don't have no answer for that one.
He admits that he probably possesses child pornography.
There's probably a few photos.
Yeah, I wouldn't say probably. It's obviously. And, it's kind of like the math that they say for women. Whatever they say with their body count is, multiply it by 3. I'm sure that applies to the pedos, too, with their pictures on their on their computers. Their child porn on their computers. Only it's probably like multiply it by 10. So if they say they have 6 pictures, they really have 6D.
Photos and a few videos that I had downloaded.
Have you ever met anybody in any other chat rooms that you've had sex with?
Yes.
Any of them underage?
No, sir.
Dustin Jacob McPhetridge.
Later, he goes before a judge where he enters a not guilty plea.
Your bond will also be $50,000 cash.
How is this bitch supposed to be thinking he's going to be entering not guilty? Motherfucker, first off, Perverted Justice would have submitted your big-ass chat log. So there's that. Second, there's the interrogation, sort of, with Lara, where you incriminate yourself. Third, there's when you're talking to Chris and incriminate yourself. And then you're with the police officer and incriminate yourself. You have 4 instances of proof against you. And you're going to say not guilty? I wasn't going to fuck that kid. Nope. Even though I only said it 15 billion times to 4 different people. Moron. I don't know how to put my shirt on right. Let me let this shoulder half hang out while the other side's normal.
Should I be signed over to the custody of my mother?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'll see you Friday.
She gets her vehicle back.
I'll see you Friday at 9.
There it is. I told you he asks about the vehicle. So it wasn't when he's arrested. It's when he's in court. And then he says, can I be signed over to the custody of my mother? One, again, he's trying to pull that, I have cerebral palsy. Feel bad for me. Can my mom be the one that's in control of me instead of myself? And 2, I think she's also a lawyer. So that's the other thing he's trying to pull. Like, then my mom can be representing me too. Which, again, it's kind of weird. You have a lawyer mom. Why would you be trying to do any of this shit? Like, what? He must just think that between his disability and her, like, he's immune from things, apparently. I don't know.
9 a.m.
Okay.
Oh, that's it? Oh, what's all this? Okay, so I guess that's it. So anyways, that was this dumbass, the king of the retards. I think what I'm going to do next, actually, continuing on with retards, will be Dean Ambrosio. Dean Ambrosio is the one that Chris took forever to upload because of his depression and suicidal tendencies and stuff. But the way I see it is, Dean's a freaking loser and brings his problems on himself, okay? I guess it's one thing if somebody does have mental issues to feel bad for him or whatever, but Dean does nothing to better his life. The only thing he does is try to be a freaking pedo. So it's like, you know what? Fuck you if you think your life sucks. Do something about it, you moron. He does nothing. The whole time Chris is interviewing, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? He's got a fucking excuse for everything. So, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at that dickhead next. He's going to count as part of the retards because, I don't know, I guess depression is a mental problem. It's a state of mind. So, I'll group him in with the retards. But anyways, before that, I don't know if I want to do the interrogation because the interrogation can be mildly funny. Again, Dustin's pretty fucking stupid, so he says a lot of stuff that he doesn't realize he shouldn't be saying. But at the same time, it is very long. I think the interrogation is like an hour and a half total, and I don't really feel like looking at that much footage. It would have to be multiple parts, and it kind of, it's like the same thing over and over again. There's not too much to talk about, so I don't know. I might just skip it. You know, if it was more short and sweet, like, what's his name? Jeff Sokol's, then I'd cover it, but it's way too long, so maybe I'll just skip it. So the next thing will probably just be Dean Ambrosio. That big, bulky motherfucker. And, yeah, I guess that's it. So, if you watch this far along, I hope you're cool and you're not some little bitch who's gonna complain, oh my god, you pause this so much and you talk so much. Ugh. Yeah, that's the whole point, fucker. So anyways, yeah, thanks for checking this out with me, and until next time, until Dean Ambrosio, I said see ya.